So me and my boyfriend Erik have been together for 3 years now. But before that, he used to be in an on and off relationship with his childhood sweetheart, Alicia. They would date for a few months and then break up, only to start dating again. It was after yet another breakup that we met. We were at the same party and we got along perfectly. Erik was so funny and he gave me all his attention, which, I guess, made me feel really special. When the party was over, he asked for my number and told me that we should meet next weekend. From there on, it went quick because just after a few dates, we were already in a relationship. That's when he told me about his ex, Alicia. Erik said she wouldn't be happy about us being together, and that's why he decided to write her a long text explaining to her that it was definitely over between them. At first, I didn't think much about it, but when Erik showed me Alicia's response, I immediately got a bad feeling. She responded with, "Let's just meet one last time," even though she knew that Erik and I were a couple. I mean, I was happy that Erik had shown me the message because it meant I could trust him, but I still felt a bit insecure because they had known each other since kindergarten, while we just met 2 months ago. To make things worse, we all live in a small town, which means that Erik and I often run into her. And whenever we see her, she comes right up to Erik as if I'm not there. She even flirts with him right in front of me, giggling and playing with his hair. It's so annoying. Erik always ignores the flirting, but he'll talk to her for a bit because he doesn't want to make her feel bad. Sometimes he's just too nice. One time, she even crashed our date when we went out for dinner. She suddenly walked into the restaurant and was all up in our faces like, "Hey, how are you doing? Can I sit here? Thanks." She even pulled over a chair and sat down at our table like she owned the place. I don't know how she figured out we were there, but I think she'd been following us. Erik was annoyed with her, but didn't kick her out either. The problem was that she'd already ordered a pizza and a $30 bottle of wine. She said it was to share, so we let her stay, even though she drank most of the wine herself. Dinner was super awkward because no one really talked. The only one who seemed happy was Alicia because she was smiling the whole time for no reason. When it was time to pay the bill, she said she'd forgotten her money at home, and then she batted her eyelids at Erik and asked if he'd pay for her. That's when I completely freaked out and snapped at Erik. "Don't you dare! Let her pay for herself!" Then I quickly paid for Erik and me so we could leave the restaurant ASAP. I was so angry, but I didn't want to be the annoying girl who told her boyfriend who we could be friends with. Erik apologized and said he should have told her to leave right away, but he didn't want to hurt her. When we got home, we quickly made up and it was all good between us again. But then one night we went to a friend's party, and of course, Alicia was there too. At first we just avoided her. But while I was talking to a friend, Alicia asked Erik to go with her because she quickly needed his help. He followed her into another room, and that's where she tried to kiss him. Of course, Erik wasn't interested, which is why he just pushed her away and stormed out. When he told me what happened, we just left. And on the way home, Erik and I agreed that it would be best if he completely broke off all contact with her. I wish he'd done that much earlier because, of course, I want to be the most important girl in his life. But at least I know now that he's an honest, kind person who cares about others. Unfortunately, this means he also cares about dishonest, shameless ex-girlfriends. But I tell myself that if he cares about someone like her, at least I know he'll care 100 times more about someone like me. So in the end, I'm happy about how everything turned out.